up, YouTube? I am your host, Mediocre tutorials and reviews. Back in here with one more video. Guys, you're looking at the title of the video. You're looking at the thumbnail. You already know what time it is. It is time to get active. Video for today is entitled How to Protect Your Man. Shout out to content creator A2Z TV. I'll leave a link to her video down in the description box down below for you guys to be able to check out. Originally, when I looked at this title, it brought me back to a conversation that I had on the channel about 6 or so months ago, where my position is that women should not feel the need to protect their man at all. And I say that because far too often I see situations get instigated and turned up to another level because of the woman or the lady's involvement. And a lot of the times I think that is because women are conditioned to believe that men will not hit them back. I think from a moral perspective, I agree. But from a legal perspective, you need to protect yourself if someone is coming at you. But the involvement of women in altercations usually instigates them. It throws oil on a fire is what I'm trying to say. But I think it'll be interesting to hear her perspective. Without further ado,
5 ways you can protect your black man, okay? Understand there's a lot of propaganda going on for hashtag protect black women. First of all, black men been protecting us. That's really the only reason we've been able to survive so long in this country. So don't be disrespectful and going around talking about hashtag protect black women. They protect us. But more importantly, we're supposed to protect each other. And that's not something that people don't talk about that as often. It's how that protection goes both ways. The enemy sees that we are at odds, that we are participating in this gender war that they set up for us to be in. You know, it makes our men easier targets. It makes us easier targets. It makes us as a whole easier targets because we are not unified. If we are out here dragging black men through the mud, you know what I'm saying, and other groups can see that, they can easily take advantage. Now, this one was actually inspired by this post I seen on Twitter, okay? Now, I'll insert it here. But somebody posted up this picture of this couple, you know, was basically saying, I forgot what they was alluding to in the caption. I quoted it and was like, you know, well, kind of inappropriate, basically. You know what I'm saying? This could be seen as inappropriate because the way we dress is a form of protection for our men. You're out here looking like anything, then you will attract anything. And then your man has to protect you from anything. You're dressed very, slutty. You know, you dress very explicit. You got a lot of your adornments, okay, hanging out for men to see. And it's in their nature to be attracted to that. You know, they were together, and they were holding hands, and she was clearly with him. All she got to do is get up. If they go into a restaurant, a bar, whatever the case may be, all she has to do is walk away from this man for 2 seconds, and she's unprotected. All she got to do is walk to the bathroom while he's standing by the bar, and she's just that walk to the bathroom could get this nigga in a fight because the nigga is trying to feel on her, trying to touch on her, trying to get at her, being disrespectful, whatever the case may be. So just that little 5-minute walk and back, walk there and back to the bathroom, okay, could cause your man getting into some shit. That's why.
Let me pause it right here. Shout out to her. Okay, so when I hear protection, it's protection of a community. The first thing that she talked about was from a words perspective, which I thought was very important. Actually, when I had the conversation with Sister Shahrazad Ali, we touched in on this concept, right? And the idea is that if you are unable to let go of the men is trash hashtag, and people from other cultures see how the culture within itself treats itself, what makes them respect in the culture if within the culture they're not respecting and talking valuably about each other. And I absolutely agree with that. Shit, I've gone on people's platforms and done impromptu live streams from time to time from the opposite side, okay? And as soon as I get on, men are trash, all of this, that, and the third. And I'm sitting there just like, wow, like this is exactly what it is that we're talking about. But you'll never hear things like that on the opposite side over here because I don't believe that. You understand me? The other thing that she touched on, which I think is very important, and she's going to seem like she's about to cook. She's about to go back in on it. This dressing thing. Yes, that's absolutely a form of protection. dressing conservatively. What it is that it reduces the risk of bullshit happening. It absolutely, if she got whole cake out and shit like that. You know what the crazy shit is that there's men today that are convinced that it's a good thing to walk out the house with your lady looking half dressed, or it's a good thing that, oh, she's mine, but she's gonna show this all off so y'all can see what you're missing. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, why would you want to advertise the goodies, right? You know what I'm saying? Like why would you not want to keep attire like that for private eyes only? You know what I'm saying? It's so interesting to me that like right now in today, there's really not, right? Like if you see a thought pocket, a street walker, a prostitute walking down the street, and a lot of these outfits of liberal, college educated, career women, you can't tell the difference anymore. There used to be, you could be like, oh, okay, I can buy vagina from her, and okay, I want to see what she's talking about because I can see dating her or relate. Now it's the same goddamn thing, and like the young lady said, it's in our nature. Like, we are visual beings. I like the sight of a good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going. If you allow your lady to come out looking like that, best believe I'm gonna be looking at that shit. You know, I'm not gonna touch. I'm not gonna be doing that type of shit. But there's other dudes that are a little bit more crazier than me that absolutely will. So is she doing things to invite the validation? And why? Like, look deep down. Why are you allowing that shit? Look deep within you. Because it's probably some shit that you're lacking. Or some manipulation that you allowed media to inflict on you as to say that this is okay. Or manipulation from her. Because she's for the streets. Really don't want to be with you like that anyway. And she's advertising. Let's move on.
It's important for you to be mindful, especially if you're married. The picture I was talking about, that was actually a married couple. If that's his wife, so he's cool with that, then teach their own. But especially as a wife, for you to dress more modestly, because you can't get that attention from men. You have to, you know what I'm saying? You can't just be on this feminist shit like, oh, my body, my choice. Men are just savages. They shouldn't look. No, the reality is their nature is going to be attracted to your nature. All right. So that's going to show up in different ways. You have to be conservative, so that way you can avoid certain situations. That's something I'm actually glad my father taught me as well. That's why I use the word adornments specifically, because he used to say that a lot to us, like, don't be showing off your adornments, and I didn't really understand that at first, but now I really do, because it's not really just on us, it's on him having to protect us if we are showing those, showing our adornments, and other men want that.
Even
it's going to be on him to protect us from them. Now, number 3, this kind of
just real quick, I thought that was a fantastic point. Shout out to her father. And I think, like, what it also made me think of is that, like, would I go into some hood that I don't know with a whole bunch of chains and shit on and bling and this, that, and the third? No, because the nature of men who want to take things from you by any means necessary, it's gonna win every time. So why would I want to put myself in a situation where I don't know who's around, what they have access to, and show off? Why would I want to increase my risk in life to expose myself? And the thing is like, the argument from the other side is, well, how are you going to blame the victim? No, it's about risk reduction. Reduce your risk. All right? Reduce your risk. By you doing that and wearing shit like that, you're not reducing the risk.
It goes back to number 1, okay, which is speaking more feminine, speaking appropriately, being polite, knowing how to talk to people, learning how to communicate with our men. When you get into altercations with men, all right, when you get into whether you want to call them a bum, bitch ass nigga, a punk, feminine, whatever the case may be, you get into it with one of those type of men, all right? Yeah. And they get over emotional. Even if you're in the right, they get over emotional, they do whatever, and you get over emotional, you do whatever, and you try to hit this man, or this man tries to hit you, and y'all end up in an altercation. The first thing you're gonna be looking for is for another black man to step in and help you. Regardless, even if you married, you got a boyfriend, a brother with you, whatever the case may be, if it's black men standing around, your first thought is gonna be, one of these niggas need to help me get this man up off me. Should no niggas be standing around while a man is hitting a female? That's how most of us was raised. So you're automatically going to look to the next black man while you're attacking this black man.
Yo, what's so crazy is I just had a conversation with a young lady yesterday. First time seeing her in like 3 years. We was on a date like 3 or so years ago. I hadn't seen her. And we were having a conversation. And she was talking about her workplace and her environment and how, you know, how she gets discriminated against, a whole bunch of shit that, like, at the end of the day, I feel like she's not taking accountability for the way that she talks to and treats for people. But that's a whole nother conversation at a whole other time. But anyway, what she was saying was that she had a male manager. And when she was talking as if, or not as if, but she was talking and saying, if he did that shit to me one more time, I'd slap him in his face. I'd punch him in his face and a whole bunch of shit like that. And I said, and I'm looking at her and I'm just like, you know he can hit back, right? Do you realize that? Like do you get that? Or has the conditioning of a society make you feel immune to men, that you can talk to them however they want, that you can raise your hands to them, touch them, punch them? Is that what you think? And as soon as I said that, she switched subjects. You know what I'm saying? Because I cannot have conversations with people who continue to talk as if men are some roach to be stepped on in society. It irks my soul. But if I take a look at her personality type, she has very masculine characteristics and qualities. But she also comes from a broken home, so that explains a lot of her acts of aggression and when speaking to both men and women. But what the content creator is saying, how are you speaking to people, right? Are you throwing oil on shit? Are you throwing gas on shit? Are you instigating shit? Or are you learning the skill to talk people off of a ledge, i.e. femininity? That's a feminine, highly feminine characteristics, is to use your language to have impact. That's a key indicator of someone who has the opportunity, if she wants to support a dude, to bring peace to a dude. If she has that high femininity characteristic, not the masculinity, oh, does he do all that bullshit? Because if you do that, and what does Sister Shahrazad Ali say? One more time. How many black women have signed a black man up to fight? And then what was my response in that live stream? And how many of those black men in prison right now because of that? And that's some real shit. Let's hear a little bit more.
Within that, you have to understand where your place is. You can't attack this black man because you're still going to need another one to come and save you. That's why it's so important to start your feminine journey, to really learn how to be feminine in all aspects of your life. Okay,
Facts.
Not just feminine with the dude you like, not just feminine with your boss at work, not just feminine with your customers. My bad, job. My phone just ran out of storage, so I had to, whatever, finesse. But we back. What I was saying was basically, practice being more agreeable, okay? Just practice being less confrontational, okay? Because you can't be the man. At the end of the day, you're not whooping no man's ass, most likely, okay? I even throw in the most likely at the end because, you feminists be acting like, we so strong. But look, 9 times out of 10, you're not beating the man, okay? So just remember that as you're interacting with men, okay? No matter how disrespectful they get, no matter how triggered you are, or how emotional you might be in that moment, always think in the back of your head, I can't beat this nigga. So let me chill because I can't beat this nigga, all right? You need somebody else to step in. You're going to probably need someone else to step in. So
yeah, either someone else to go step in or a police officer. You're going to go call the police to go and help you within your situation, one of which that you instigated, but now that you neck deep within some bullshit, you got to call someone else to come and handle your issues. This is the impact of a society of one-way aggression. Men can be aggressive to men within the legal limits and bounds. Men cannot be aggressive to women due to simps, white knights, and the perception from society. But women can be aggressive to men, and far less people will bat an eye that it is happening. Shit, if you look at the domestic violence numbers, those are relatively even across gender. It's fascinating to see. All right, guys, listen, fantastic points. I'll leave the video right here. I'm not even 50% done with the video yet, so I'll leave a link to the video down in the description box down below. Shout out again to the content creator, A2Z TV. Very valid points, mama. All right? Questions, comments, concerns? Y'all already know what to do. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. Feel free to hit me up. Got a Patreon. Patreon booming. All right, link down in the description box down below if you guys want to get closer to me, if you guys want to get closer to our inner circle of dope people working on building their value in society. I'll see you soon. Until next time, YouTube. Peace.